Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Lowdown. This week's Lowdown comes to you from the indoor practice cave here at Hallberg Country Club. Today is Tuesday, December 6th. This is the first day that it snowed outside. So I decided to take the first day that it snowed outside and introduce you to my goal for 2012 and introduce my students to my new campaign. Clint, come here for me. The campaign for 2012 is Make Everything 2012. Now what does that mean? That means I am dedicated to helping my students make every single putt in 2012. From 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet, 50 feet, I don't care. We are making everything in 2012. That is our campaign for this upcoming year. And so today's video is going to be a start for that. Today's video is about a putting tip for you and to challenge you to come into this indoor practice area and use some of the things we have. Now, if you've ever been here before, you know that we have our hitting spots, but over to the side, we have an 8-foot putting green. If you've ever been here before, I have a lot of my little teaching aids here, and this is one of my teaching aids. It's called the ball of steel. It's a red golf ball. It is 5 times the weight of a normal golf ball. It really does a couple things. First of all, it forces you, when you hit a putt, to accelerate. If you decelerate, this ball is so heavy that the stroke that you're going to give is not going to get the ball to the hole. The second thing is that it forces you to hit the center of the putter to the center of the ball. When most putts are mishit, they are mishit not in the center of the face, obviously. They're either hit on the toe or the heel, or most commonly what we see is that when people miss putts, they miss them to the low part of the putter to the high side of the golf ball. I would say, watching my students, especially when we use a ball of steel, that's probably 70 to 80% of the time that they mishit a putt. They miss it low on the putter, high on the golf ball. And when we mishit putts, it's impossible to become a good putter. One of the most important things in putting is distance control. That means you have to be able to control your distance. And if you're inconsistent at contact, it's very difficult to hit the ball the right distance most often. It's hard to judge how much curve your ball is going to have. So today's putting tip is designed to help you more often hit the center of the face and become a better putter. Now, like I said, most oftentimes when we mishit a putt, we mishit low to high. And that happens for multiple reasons, but mostly because the people are ascending or hitting up on the golf ball. When we hit a golf ball, we want to hit either very, very slightly down at it, when we hit a putt, either very slightly down at it, or in putting, really ideally fairly level. Okay? Putters have about 3 to 4 degrees of loft on them. What you really ideally want an impact is a degree or two of loft on them. So when you watch putting videos or read putting books, most teachers, like myself, talk about a little bit of a forward press, and I've taught that for years. But I was watching Stan Otley give a video, and I really liked what he said. Because one of the other issues with putting, when we putt, is that we always start from a static position or a still position. And that's not very athletic. Almost any other sport that you see, even a baseball player or what have you, they're always in motion. Football, tennis, obviously, all those sports are done in motion and they're reactionary. Where in golf, we're starting from a very static position. That makes it tough. So one of the things that Stan Utley recommended is that you start from motion. And that means when you start your putt, you set up normally. The very first thing you do is put a little forward press and then go backwards. So it's almost like 1 forward press, 2 back, 3 down. And that does 2 things. 1, it provides you a little athleticism, a little motion. And 2, secondly, more important to me, it gets your hands in front of the putter head, which then is easier to hit either slightly down or be very level. So when we do it, it's going to look like this. Set up normally, hands forward 1, backswing 2, give it a good pop and a good acceleration, and make every single putt 2012. We'll see you next week on the Lowdown. Thank you.